At the time of this recording, being that it is the year 2024, 2 years ago, in the year 2022, I was going to do a video to talk about the Mortal Kombat series, being that it was created back in 1992. Do the math, that's 30 years. But, like the old saying goes, it's better late than never. So, here we go. Now, it goes without saying that Mortal Kombat, along with its less bloody and less violent counterpart Street Fighter, both of these games took the world by storm. But it would be Mortal Kombat which would be deemed so controversial and so problematic that the United States Senate had to have a sit down, have their own little powwow in DC to say that this game is violent, and also introduce us the ESRB rating system. Also claiming that games like Mortal Kombat are unethical, un-American, and video games like this cause violence. Now, let me stop them right here with this one. To say that games like this are unethical and un-American, the entirety of American history is unethical and un-American. The movie Killers of the Flower Moon, the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre, the Civil Rights Movement. Do I need to keep going on and on? No, I don't think so. And to say that video games cause violence, that's the same as saying forks and spoons make people fat. That's also the same as saying that taking a pen to a test causes you to fail that test. No, video games don't cause violence. People cause violence. I mean, I've grown up playing video games my entire life. I grew up playing Mario Brothers and Donkey Kong. I mean, playing Donkey Kong for years. Never in my lifetime did I ever think about taking a trip to the local zoo in my hometown of Montgomery, Alabama, and want to pick a fist fight with an 800-pound gorilla. Never in my life of playing Super Mario Brothers did I ever get bored and say, you know what I want to do right now? I want to go stomp the hell out of some mushrooms and turtles while wearing some overalls and using a plunger. That's what I'm going to do. No, never crossed my mind, because unlike people who take things so freaking literal, I know when to shut off fantasy and come back into reality. And games like Mortal Kombat were created for people to escape the realities and the bullcrap of this world and escape to the land of video games and let out some frustrations. Better them to beat the crap out of somebody digital than beat the crap out of somebody in real life and suffer the real world consequences. Because when it all boils down to it, people have to separate that line between fantasy and reality. And thank God that I have a brain and I know how to do both. I know how to separate fantasy from reality. And just because somebody deems something problematic, just like I had talked about in my Ninja Turtles video, how people saw that film, the first film was problematic, just because you have an issue with something doesn't mean that you have to mess it up for the rest of us who just know how to shut our brains off, have fun, and ignore the bull crap of the world. And we also know that when we turn off those games, we know to come back to reality. Just my thoughts, just my opinion. And as always, just saying.